You know, if Transformers Rise of the Beast had Galvatron instead of Scourge as the lead villain, it might have ended differently. Just saying. Now available in paperback and e-readers, Isis, Revenge of the Cyber Goddess. The goddess next door takes on the threat of a deadly digital diva driven to destroy the world in this action-packed, all-new Isis series adventure. Get Isis, Revenge of the Cyber Goddess featuring a bonus pin-up and the other two books in the Cyber Goddess saga at online booksellers everywhere today. I got a chance to see Transformers Rise of the Beast this weekend on Paramount Plus. Now, I really wanted to go see this movie in the theaters when I saw the trailer. Unfortunately, I was just really busy working on multiple videos and different books and didn't really have the time to go see this movie. And I really wish I could have paid for a movie ticket to go see Transformers Rise of the Beast. Because Transformers Rise of the Beast is the best Transformers movie ever made, and it really does a great job of capturing the heart and soul of an old 1980s Transformers cartoon from G1, and really takes the computer animation of the 1990s series Beast Wars to another level. Now, this is the second time that the G1 Transformers are meeting the Beast Wars Transformers, and this is presented as the major event that it was in 1999 and takes things to another level as related to storytelling. Now, Transformers Rise of the Beast starts out on the planet that the Maximals reside on, which resembles the primitive Earth of over 4 million years ago. Now, on this primitive planet, the Maximals are running into Scourge, the Herald of Unicron. Now, this Scourge is very different than the Scourge from the G1 show. This Scourge really reminds me of Nemesis Prime from Transformers Robots in Disguise from 2000, and this Scourge has a bunch of minions to try to help him find planets for his master Unicron to devour. Now, as Scourge comes down to the planet where the Maximals are residing, Optimus Primal's mentor tells him and several of the beasts like Rhinox, Cheetor, and Airazor to escape. And as they get into a ship to escape, it again reminds me a lot of the early 1990s Beast Wars Season 1 when those Transformers came to Earth 4 million years ago. And as those Transformers are leaving their Earth and Optimus Primal's mentor sacrifices himself, and then Unicron destroys the planet, they try to go and protect this key. And as they are looking to protect this key basically is the overall key to the story. Now, this key really reminds me of the Golden Disc from Beast Wars Season 1, and I really like the way they integrated all the elements of storytelling for this movie, taking elements from the G1 Transformers and the elements from Beast Wars and really incorporating them in a nice organic way in this story set in the past. Now, as the Maximals come to Earth, they wind up separating the key, and again, the key is a major point in the story like the Golden Disc was, and this key is the thing that really moves the story forward as related to the humans like Noah, and the human Noah basically is out here looking to try to rebuild his life after a stint in the military and finding himself having a hard time trying to find a job. Now, since Noah can't find a job, he starts looking to boost cars, and he looks to boost cars and eventually winds up running into Mirage as they are finding out more about this key, which could be the thing that could help the Autobots be able to finally leave Earth and return to Cybertron. So there's a really great story here, and the overall story is just really well done. It really does a great job of going out here and again paying homage to all of the Transformers lore from G1 to Beast Wars to even Transformers the movie, and I love the way everything just really comes together in this movie. And it really, again, captures the spirit and the heart of the old animated G1 series, and really captures the heart and spirit of the old Beast Wars series. And it really flows into the new continuity they're setting up, because while we don't get to see Megatron, we do get to see a threat of Scourge, and Scourge really is feels like a real credible threat. Him and his Decepticons feel downright dangerous. They feel downright dangerous over the course of this movie, and you feel the high stakes of this story as it goes on. Now, as this story goes on, again, I don't want to spoil this movie because it was just so much fun to watch. And if you're a Transformers fan, you're going to love all of the homages and Easter eggs all throughout this movie. And you're going to love the fact that, again, we see all of our favorite characters brought to life with such passion and heart. So there was so much to love about Transformers Rise of the Beast. Now, some will nitpick about Mirage acting the way that he did, because Mirage in the show originally was one of these aristocratic and kind of distant guys, but the Mirage here basically acted a bit more like Jazz, with a little bit of a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle attached to him. So I really liked Mirage as they presented him in the movie, but I wish they had just named him Jazz and just retconned that whole thing as related to those Bayformer crap movies. And I also wish they had let Bumblebee keep his voice, because those things would have really taken the Rise of the Beast to another level and really given us a Transformers movie that would have really just taken it and made you just go back to the 1980s and watching that cartoon every weekday. Because what I saw in Transformers Rise of the Beast was a movie that basically felt like it was a version of the old animated series from G1. That's what I felt like I was watching. I felt like I was back in 1984 to 1987, watching an old episode of Transformers in Rise of the Beast. I mean, everything here was exceptionally well done. The action was really well paced. The characters were really well developed. The storyline really flowed nicely and organically, and everything really just came together beautifully. My only other nitpick outside of the issues with Mirage being really Jazz and Hound mixed together and Bumblebee not having his voice was the fact that poor Cheetor and Rhinox didn't get much character development. I mean, Cheetor and Rhinox were fantastic in Beast Wars, and I really wanted to see Rhinox and Cheetor really be shown as full characters, but I guess they just couldn't cram it in because they were very limited by the screen time. I mean, that's the only disappointment I have with this movie. It could have gone on. I felt like it could have gone on longer because the story was that well done. The storytelling was just absolutely fantastic, and again, felt like an old Transformers episode come to life on screen, and felt like I was, again, taken way back to the 80s. So I just absolutely loved this movie because it just reminded me of what life was like when I was a kid watching Transformers every 3:30 on the weekdays in 1984, and then the show was moved to, I think, to 4:30 on Channel 11, and it was just like watching the old cartoon. And I know for a lot of 90s kids, it was like watching Beast Wars when it was on in syndication. I mean, this was the best Transformers movie I've seen in a long time, because I've had to endure these horrible Bayformer movies that really didn't capture the spirit of the Transformers. But this one basically felt like an old Cluster cartoon come to life with the CGI of the old Beast Wars cartoon. Again, just one of the best movies I've seen all year. Just well done. Storytelling, well done. Character development, well done. Action. This film did not disappoint, and I would highly recommend you go out here and check out Transformers Rise of the Beast, as it's on Paramount Plus right now. This is one of the best movies of 2023, and if you're a Transformers fan, you will want to go out here and get a look at this movie, because this is the movie we have been waiting for years, and this is the kind of Transformers movie I want to see Hollywood make more of. I mean, I want to see more G1 style Prime. I want to see more G1 style Transformers. and I want to see more G1 style action. And I really like the way the director really fused hip-hop and a lot of 90s New York culture into this movie, because I felt like I was back in New York in the 90s. Again, just basically he captured the spirit of New York at the time and just did a great job overall with this movie. And I just absolutely enjoyed Transformers Rise of the Beast. And this is one of, again, a movie I would just, again, highly recommend you go out here and see, because this is what we have been waiting for over 30 years. This is what Transformers fans want in a Transformers movie. This is what we've been looking to get from day one from Michael Bay. And sadly, Michael Bay never gave us anything this great. This is what Transformers is all about, and we're finally getting to see Transformers as they're supposed to be on the big screen. And I urge you to go out here and go see this movie. Go watch it on Paramount Plus. Go get the DVD. You will not be disappointed by Transformers Rise of the Beast, because this is one of the best movies of 2023. Now, if you want to pick up some of my action-packed fantasy fiction on the SJS Direct imprint, like the ISIS series, the Steam series, the John Haynes series, and my vampire novel Eternal Night, you can find those books on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find it on other online booksellers like Smashwords, the iBookstore, and Google Play. And if you want to see me make more videos about science fiction and fantasy and movies in sci-fi, fantasy, and the superhero genre, you can send a donation to the Patreon, the PayPal, or the Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available in paperback and e-readers, E-Steam Blast from the Past. Hell's aspiring angel takes on her demonic doppelganger in this action-packed, time-traveling E-Steam series adventure. Get E-Steam Blast from the Past with a bonus E-Steam comic book, No Good Deed, in paperback and e-readers at online booksellers everywhere. Now available in paperback and Kindle, Vampires Stalk the Darkness of the Eternal Night. Get your copy of Eternal Night in paperback and Kindle on Amazon.com. Support Black-owned and Black-operated digital broadcast media. www.niceradionetwork.com. Nice Radio Network, broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.